Skills in AI. What does it mean? How does it work? And when do we want to use them? In this video, I will explain you exactly everything you need to know. What a skill is, what is included, how it is structured. Then together we will create a new skill. And after that, we will have a look about potential skills that could be useful and valuable for you, and also skills marketplaces that are around. So let's jump into this video and talk about skills. A skill is something like a recipe for a great meal. Think of it like an instruction how to build a furniture. You have everything that is needed described in it. In order for the AI to use it over and over again and always produce the same result. So let's look into Claude and check out how the skills within Claude look like in order to get a better understanding. I just want to mention that skills are also usable in OpenAI Codex and other AI. But here we will just have this example with Claude. So in order to access skills in Claude, we will click on the left side on Customize. Now we should have a pop-up that directly leads us to skills, connectors, plugins and memory. All the customization options that we have. Now here you can see our skill overview. Right now, for this example, I have 4 skills. 2 by Entropic and 2 that I did by myself. So here on the top right, you can see a browse button where you have access to the Entropic marketplace for all the skills, also connectors for your specific applications that you want to connect to Claude, and also other plugins. But let's jump back to skills. So when you see these skills, you can just click on them and get a better understanding what is included. Let's do this for the learn skill. So here you can see a Markdown file. What is a Markdown file? A Markdown file is basically a plain text file, and Markdown is just a way to structure this text file. If we go on the code preview on the top right, you can see that, for example, in Markdown, headers are always starting with a hashtag. So you don't need to know that in detail, but just for you to know what is Markdown. Now, a skill can include several Markdown files, HTML files, or even script. But don't worry, we will have a deeper look on that. So here for this example, you can see the description when this skill should trigger. So based on your interaction with Claude, it can decide when should this skill be pulled or not. And you have a deeper description of what this skill does, what his intention is, and how it works. So I don't want to go into details now. Let's check back on other skills. So if you go back now, you can see other skills, for example, the skill creator, which is really important because with the skill creator, we will create our own skill just in a minute. Now, if we look onto the skill creator, again, we can see the Markdown file, but here we have a hint 18 files. So this is a larger skill. If we open that, we can see a folder structure with agents, assets, references, and even scripts. These are Python scripts. Don't worry, you don't need them for your skills, but you can include them. Now, if we go back here, we can see what the skill creator does and how it is described. So one example for my skills is a brand kit. For this is hardy. I have specific colors, I have a logo, I have typography, etc. And for that, I have created a brand kit skill with all my colors, with the typography, and with logo information, rules, etc. This helps me to create, together with Claude, content for my channel and always ensuring that I fit the brand kit standard. So how do I create now a new skill, or where can I get skills? So you can find skills in marketplaces on GitHub or specific websites that you can then add here and upload. But for the beginning, I would highly recommend that you don't download skills from the internet. I would recommend that you start creating your own skills and get an experience with it. Here you can see you have 2 options. You can create it with Claude or write skill instructions by yourself. Let's start the easy way and create it together with Claude. In order to do that, you can go through this path, customize skills, skill creator, or add and then create with Claude, or you can just write in your prompting with Claude, let's create a skill together, and then the trigger within the skill creator knows, okay, Hardy wants to create a skill, I will now run all the scripts, etc. And that is the way we will do it right now. So here we are again within Claude. We want to create a skill for my second YouTube channel, and on this channel I want to create content for American sports. So what does that mean? I want to create sports, US sports insights based on AI analysis. So now we will ask Claude to create a new skill with us. So we will just ask him, hey Claude, let's create a new skill for my second YouTube channel. This is Hardy Sports. Guide me through everything you need to know. And now you can see it is reading the skill creator because his trigger identified that our request included this task to create a new skill. So now obviously for this YouTube case, he has a specific question. What do I want to create as a skill? Do I want to create another brand kit with other colors for my second channel? Do I want to create something else, an analytics channel review, or a script writing assistant? So for now, I want to create a researcher. So I will write him to create a researcher for NBA and NFL statistics and also a fact checker. Now he is asking me if I want to mirror my existing skills, and I want to choose start fresh, not sure yet. Now as you can see, follow-up question, do I want to fact check on the data that I've provided, or do I want to have a research and pull fresh stats for a topic? For this case, I would say both equally, and for the time range, I would say current season, recent games, all time and historical too, and again, I would choose both. Now here, I really want to have the sources in order to not tell something that is wrong, and we go again. So as you can see, it really guides you through the creation process. You don't need to worry. You can ask Claude to help you creating these skills, and after the creation of the skill, you can also ask Claude to adjust it, to have minor changes based on your experience while using it. Okay, so here is the result. We have the Hardy Sports Research. We have the skill MD. This is the correct name, fetch sports data, and here is all the description that we want to have. Now he's asking us if we are happy and if we want the skill to be installed. We will just say yes now. Now here is the clear description of our new skill. It says never state an NBA or NFL statistic from memory. Every number, record or factual claim must trace to a tool result. Choose your data sources. Fact check a claim. When Hardy gives a claim to verify in a script, a sentence or question, fact check a claim. Research a topic. Precision rule. So you get an understanding. Now we can play around with it. If we click on it, it should open. If you close it, you can reopen it again by clicking on it. And now we can save the skill. We can also download it and then upload it on a website to share it with others, but we will just save it. Now here it already says manage. If you go on that again under our new skills, now we should also see this newly created Hardy Sports Research. Let's have a new chat and say, can you please fact check if the Knicks lost the last NBA Finals and if Jalen Brunson only had 10 points in game number 7. So this is interesting. He says the Knicks did not play in the last NBA Finals. Let me verify the details, which is not accurate because I just asked him if the Knicks lost. So it should know that they were in the finals, but it tells me that both claims are false. So the Knicks won 4-1 and in game 7, and Jalen Brunson was named MVP of the finals with 45 points in game 5 because they didn't have 7 games. So he figured that out too. Now we can ask him, tell me your sources, and he will provide us the sources. So this one is a specific skill, but I hope it helped you understanding how to create your own skill and how to co-create it with, for example, Claude. But now let's have a look on examples of skills that you could use or try to create by yourself. Okay, now for the last part of the video, here are 5 ideas or categories for skills that you should check out, and after this video, go ahead and create your own skill. The first category is writing and communication skills. You could draft emails, messages, cover letters, social media posts, or whatever you want to be written. This will make sure that your writings are always the same structure and level of detail. The second one could be summarizer, explanation skills. If you struggle with the understanding of long articles, texts, videos, you can create your own explanation skill. You can just put in the information and he will explain it in your way that is easy for you to understand. You could create a planning and organization skill, turning a goal into a step-by-step plan. Have a 30, 60, 90 days plan, actionable, building a schedule, or even structuring a whole project. Comparable to the explanation skill, you can create also a learning and study skill. If you currently have to study a lot of new things, create quizzes, flashcards, or whatever helps you to learn better. Besides that, if you didn't check out so far, look at my Notebook LM video, where you could also create helpful assets in order to learn and study. And last but not least, you can build creative or brainstorming skills, even a challenger. So this, for example, is especially for me helpful. If I have an idea about a video, about a script, or something work related, I can just ask this skill skill to challenge really my perspective and my idea, and help me also in a solution-oriented and a constructive way to enhance and develop my idea further. So I hope you know now what a skill is, and I hope that you are interested now to create your own skill in Claude, in Codex, or whatever AI you use. If this video was helpful, give it a like and see you in the next video.